In the good old days, every child rode with a snaffle, passed down from mothers who had survived their own wild steeds. D-ring, egg butt, or loose ring, they were just simple choices. If your pony was troublesome, a kind parent or one with means would grant you a Kimblewick or Pelham. But double bits were for grown-ups, reserved for the thrill of the hunt or the show ring sparkle. Rubber reins were a dream. Plain ones slipped as if they were wet. Plaited leather tore at tender fingers. Leather girths were cherished, almost desired, while string or white candlewick split at the worst possible times. Coloured brow bands were shunned, plastic for riding schools, but velvet for show ponies. Brass was for the heavy working horses. We had 4 types of rugs: New Zealand, canvas, jute, and wool with coloured edging, and a sweat rug, a tattered relic for thatching. Blankets were itchy unless you were privileged enough to own a Whitney. Rugs always slid askew within moments of entering the field. Clips were trace, blanket, hunter or full, chosen by their continued work, not by what suited the pony. No one desired a coloured hairy cob. These were seen as a mark of parents who just didn't know any better. Everyone plaited for hunting. Jumping fences more prized than the sighting of a fox. Ponies lived out in just a necklace rug, even when clipped. And feeds were just oats, barley, wheat, sugar beet and bran. There was none of the fancy alchemy of today, and salt and mineral blocks were something to be put away. We made our own chop, warmed molasses on the hob. Adding garlic to the feed felt like you were a sous chef. Tesco's vegetable oil was the staple for a glossy coat. A post-hunt mash with Guinness and a raw egg for the pony, while we ate cold leftovers from yesterday's lunch. Boiled linseed for shiny coats. Grooming by torchlight was a well-honed skill. Baling twine, a lifeline in so many ways. Ponies knew all the top 20 hits, and they would run for days. Lameness meant a call to the farrier, long before the vet. No pony had ulcers, and we had never even heard of a dentist. We heard of ponies with colic, but they were never, ever our own. Fat ponies thrived on nothing, and no one whispered, "Cruel." Boiled up spud peelings mixed in all the feeds. Wormers were in powder form that ponies left untouched. We'd hide it in jam sandwiches, and still it didn't do much. Bread wasn't odd for ponies back then, and winning at the local shows made you feel like a star. Hacking to shows was normal. We didn't have trailers or grooms. Ponies didn't load then, and we just hacked there anyway. And we always turned our ponies out with care. Plaited, oiled, and extremely clean tack. Proper old-fashioned bridles with curb chain and lip strap. Buckets were black and ridged until rubber bowls arrived. A pony decided if it wanted to go out, and you had to walk down that line. Long leather boots topped all of our Christmas lists, as the old rubber ones just didn't shine like those that we prized. We rode without helmets, no back protectors as well. No phones, no plans, just the love of the ride. Home by mealtimes and always before dark. Ponies knew the way if we fell and we parted, and we cleaned our tack to the melodies of our youth. And for those without ponies, dreams lingered by the riding school, watching and hoping for a chance to abide, desperate for a turn on a crazy pony to ride. Their hearts filled with longing, but never a chance, imagining a world where they too could join at last. So as we remember these times gone by, our stiff backs and weary limbs that just make us sigh, we remember our old ponies, the thrill and the love, and how it did break us when they left us for good. Maybe one day we'll see them in all their glory in the sky. But until then, we can remember our joy in times long gone by. So for now, we have this poem and all that it says. It reminds us of that time and the good old days. Thank you so much for listening to this poem, and thank you to everyone that sent me in pictures of their old ponies. And don't forget to like and subscribe.